Retro Hangover is supported via Patreon by listeners like you. We would especially like to thank patrons Lyle McCarnes, Tony G, Tom the Superhero, Stud Still Smash the Milkman, Lucas from Game Over Hell, Mast Keaton, Ozzy Garcia, JC, Megan Caruso, Dave Jackson, Jenny E, Retro Overdrive, Soha, The Emperor, Storm Beagle, Matt aka Stormageddon, Van Fertile, and B. Ross from Super Garbage Day, Jared Brayland, Randall Quiggle, Raging Demon, Keith Gasper, The Retro Vixen, Eric Guess, Nomad from the Retro Wildlands Podcast, Ash Event, Alan Bingham, Mike the Ref from Backbreaker Gaming, Alt, Gary Heather, Low5 Alex, Oh Me, Makeshift Money, Sega Boy 7, Riskel, and Adam R. Your continued engagement and generous donations are deeply appreciated. Welcome to The Flight, a consumable curation of champions and catastrophes that is considerate of your chronometer. It is myself, Chris Copeland, once again, here to give you my top 5 of a topic that our patrons selected and nominated. And this time we are singing a few tunes and making a very difficult episode to edit for our resident Dick Dragon, Shane Selter. Shane, how are you doing?
Yep, I always love these when they come up. They're like, hey, you should do an episode about sounds or like music or things. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely not going to take twice as long to edit. This is fine. No, I like it. You guys, you get whatever you want. It's cool.
I do a music show every month, so.
You chose that.
I'm just saying. Yes, I did. You chose to edit these two.
Yeah. That's different.
So what are we talking about today? We are talking about our favorite JRPG battle themes, specifically JRPG battle themes, not RPG, JRPG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this was a topic that was nominated by Dave Jackson from Tales from the Backlog. So go listen to Tales from the Backlog, and thank you, Dave, for the topic, and thank you, patrons, on voting on that. And you can vote and nominate topics for the show as well, but stay tuned to the end of the episode to find out how. So, Shane, are you ready to nominate some tunes?
No, I'm not at all. But you know what?
No.
Given that you are the resident weeb, I feel like you should probably start us off. So why don't you go ahead and give us your number 5?
Number 5.
So before I get right into it, I'm just going to say this is a list that could change depending on the day or the week or the month or my mood. There's a ton of JRPG battle themes I love. And just to make this even more interesting, I stayed away from any boss themes, especially final boss themes, because I think final boss themes are easy to go to because they are so epic. So I just wanted to pick standard ones. So I'm going to start out with my number 5, which is the battle theme. And that's the name of the battle. Patrons will know that JRPG battle themes are normally just called battle theme. But it's the battle theme from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It's... Can I just say, like, Mystic Quest just has one of the best soundtracks on the Super Nintendo, period? It's just utterly fantastic. And all of the battle themes in this game slap, but I'm going with the standard battle theme here. If initially, when I was including boss themes, it was almost at the top, because I wasn't thinking of, like, I don't know, I was trying to be more unique, but then I thought, okay, there's final boss themes that are better than this one. I just love it. But the actual battle theme is fantastic. It's one of the themes that people always go to when looking for hidden gems for some reason, but I don't think it's a hidden gem anymore. I think we all know it's a really good song, and yeah, it's just, I think the composer is Ryuji Sasaki. I don't know the last name, but I knew his first name's Ryuji. It doesn't matter. It's great. Go listen to it. I enjoy it. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Okay. Well, I am going to start mine off with, I'm going to be honest, I didn't even really think about this as a JRPG, but then I saw it in a list of JRPG battle themes, and so therefore I felt vindicated by it, and I went with it. I also tried to stick with games that I actually played because, as Chris said, like, the truth of the matter is there's a friggin' billion JRPGs out there now, and there are so many fantastic tracks, specifically battle music, that, you know, we could make endless episodes about that, I guess. But I had to narrow it down to, you know, what I know, which is a significantly smaller portion of that. But my number 5 is Arise Within You from Parasite Eve. And I really love this one because it's not necessarily what you would expect when somebody says battle theme, because it's very like chill, but it has like, it fits the setting of the game wonderfully, but it has that like undercurrent of, you know, more of that like intensity that you would expect from a battle theme, but like the synthy kind of vibe that it's got going on. Like, you wouldn't, if you were to put this on and someone were to just listen to it without any context, it would not be something that someone would be like, oh yeah, that sounds like something that you'd, you know, listen to in a video game when you're, you know, in the midst of a battle or something like that. But when you put it in the context of Parasite Eve and that game, and then when you hear it when you're actually, you know, battling in that game, it fits, oddly enough. And I really appreciate it for that it's, in a way, it's almost kind of like subversive, and I think that's pretty cool. Plus, I really like the game, so there you have it.
It's a great game. I still think it's underrated. It's starting to get the respect it deserves recently, though, so I'm glad to see that. And yeah, it's a nice chill theme.
Yeah,
fits the environment.
Number 4.
My number 4 is Enemy Battle, also known in some circles as Isaac's theme, from Golden Sun.
I almost picked that one. It's a driving, high energy song, and you know what? It's, for a Game Boy Advance game, one that's not known for having a really good sound chip. Golden Sun's battle theme here, I think it's one of the most iconic for the system. It's one of the most iconic for portable RPGs in general. And, you know, for as much shit that I do talk about Motoi Sakuraba, he makes damn good battle themes for RPGs. And I guess that kind of translated over to Dark Souls later, since that's essentially what all the music is there. But it's just, yeah, I mean, it's a nice driving battle theme that keeps the player energized throughout any battles. It has enough of a loop that's long enough so that longer battles don't feel repetitive, and that the actual theme itself doesn't become just annoying and repetitive by the end of the game. So it's a fantastic 16-bit example of a non-Final Fantasy, non-Dragon Quest game that, and I think actually there's only one Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest battle theme on my list. And so it is a Final Fantasy theme. Well, I guess 2, because I had Mystic Quest, but that doesn't count. It's not Uematsu. But yeah, it's number 4 is Golden Sun's battle theme, or the theme of Isaac. All right. Well, we're going to move right along then. And I had a little bit of a toss-up on my number 4. Mostly because it could kind of go either way. I feel like these both fit like pretty well at this spot, given the rest of my list. So maybe I'll just make one an honorable mention. But I ultimately went with Battle Theme 2, specifically, from Skies of Arcadia. I picked 2 just because, I mean, the rest of the soundtrack's great. Don't get me wrong. But
It's fantastic.
if you compare the battle themes in the game, I feel like 2 there's something about it that I think just elevates it above battle theme 1. And the thing that I really love about, and this could really be said about just the OST in general, but if we're talking about this track in particular, is that it is absolutely a battle theme. Like, it's got that vibe, but it's so well composed because it evokes this very like airy like sense of like taking flight, which of course, if you know Skies of Arcadia, is absolutely apropos for the game. And it is crazy to me, as someone who is at best like a hobbyist musician, that professionals, people who are just incredible at this stuff, that compose these things, are able to create these pieces of music that can evoke these senses of this without saying a single word. Like, it's amazing. So that's why it is on my list. I think it's a fantastic theme. Skies of Arcadia.
Number 3.
I also want to say I am not good at describing musical themes in any sort of serious fashion, so I'm not going to use technical terms because I am too stupid musically to say that. I might just be too stupid in general. But anyway, my number 3 is You Will Know Our Names from Xenoblade Chronicles. This has all kind of elements going on. And one thing that I'm going to say about all these games is they all have fantastic soundtracks, some better than others. I think Xenoblade Chronicles is the second best soundtrack, if not the best soundtrack on my list in terms of all these games. It's hard to really quantify. I just think it's a fantastic one. But the battle theme from that, You Will Know Our Names, it has kind of a dramatic opening. It has elements of a struggle, like you are fighting, and then it just has like a hope arc kind of in the middle of it that's inspirational. It goes kind of like from a minor key to a major key, and it has just a lot of guitar, but also has a lot of violins. I don't know if this is, or like orchestral sounds. So I don't know if this was strictly Mitsuda or the Ace team or both or whatever, but the battle theme just hits. And I would say that's a theme in all of the Xenoblade games, is the battle themes are always just top-notch fantastic themes. But this is the one I chose. Mechanical Rhythm almost made this list as well, but I only wanted to limit to one theme per game, and I didn't know if I could put both on there legitimately, but it's really close to taking this one's place. But You Will Know Our Names from Xenoblade Chronicles gets my number 3.
Well, my number 3 has already been mentioned on this list, and it is the battle theme from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because it's fucking
So
awesome.
good. Yes.
I mean, I'm also very biased because this, in terms of like battle themes, especially JRPG battle themes, this is like the most fucking just butt rocking like metal shit, and I love it. There's a lot of other ones that kind of fit that category too, but they're unfortunately games I have not played yet. But man, it's such high energy, and the fact that they can kind of make those sounds from that sound chip and make it sound like a rock band is just fantastic. And it's not even something that you would necessarily expect from a, you know, sort of more kind of traditional medieval inspired high fantasy magic-y JRPG. But man, it really works.
It does. So good.
Number 2.
Right, my number 2. Back to Motoi Sakuraba, in a game I usually call the the Golden Sun prequel or the prototype to Golden Sun, even though I think in many respects it's actually a little bit better. Not in every respect. I think Golden Sun has its strengths over it. But it is the battle theme from Shining the Holy Ark. I think I've heard it described as prog rock is the kind of genre that it would be in. But what I like most about the theme is that it does open up like a character is getting surprised, kind of like you have a lot of the swirls or the when you're about to get into a battle or some indicator of a buildup. But sometimes it's a sweeping buildup or a slow buildup. This is just like immediate. It's just like kind of like an alert. It lets you know, and then it goes into this like prog rocky kind of tune, and it has an entire like melody to it. It's a long drawn out kind of non-loopy theme that lasts like a good 2 minutes, which is long for any sort of JRPG battle theme, especially one that isn't highly focused on drawing out animations, that is more focused on a kind of quick battle loop, battle rotation, unlike the Final Fantasy games that are all about animating the shit out of the characters and kind of drawing out the battle in and of itself. That's not how Shining the Holy Ark really operates. But I really I don't know what it is. It's just that theme itself is just, I think it's really cool. Once again, all my themes are high energy, by the way, that I selected. But I do like the fact that like it dips down, it comes up, and it just, I think, opens up in a way that makes it feel like, hey, you're about to get in a random encounter. Get ready to fight. The fantastic little bop for the Sega Saturn. I have to include my Saturn games here. But yeah, the battle theme from Shining the Holy Ark is my number 2.
All right, well, this may be a little bit of recency bias, possibly, but
yeah, it's fine.
Also, it's just a damn good track, and that would be Reach Out to the Truth from Persona 4. Man, you know, it's funny because these are one of those things, right, that you could really just get sick of in a JRPG because you just hear it over and over and over again. So that's why I think battle themes especially need to be crafted carefully so that they are not something that you end up absolutely despising. And there are some of those, but this song is just so fucking good, man, that like I just wanted to hear it every time. Like, it's just, I was just talking about like, you know, a rock band kind of style, but this is unsurprisingly essentially something that you could just slot right into like the intro of literally any anime practically, and it would fit. It's that kind of style, and it's also the only one on my list, and actually one of the relatively few battle themes that have full vocals as well. And it's got a damn catchy chorus to it too. So
yeah, it does.
So yeah, that Persona 4, man, that's a good one.
Number 1.
My number 1, I'm going to have to start a theme club. I guess I'm going to have to start a fan club for the character that this is attributed to, because I think I've mentioned this character 3 times in the past 5 weeks. It's weird. But I'm going to have to give my number 1, my overall favorite battle theme, to the man with the machine gun from Final Fantasy VIII. I think the reason I love this theme so much, and all the other previous themes were were themes that were more associated with rock, like a lot of guitar, a lot of high driving energy rock motifs that really got into the rock genre. This is not a rock song. It is a high energy song. It's more techno. I don't know the techno genres. I don't know if it's house or whatever, Euro trash or whatever is out there. I don't know. It's techno. It's synth, and there's a lot of percussion. But I think what makes it really special is it's a standout track in a very outstanding soundtrack. I think it's the best soundtrack in the Final Fantasy series. But it just sticks out from everything else in that game. And the fact that the theme itself is unique. You don't hear it all the time. You only get to hear it when you're playing as Laguna. And it makes it feel like the theme is so good that when you're playing as Laguna and you're playing with his merry band of followers, I don't remember their names. I'm a horrible Final Fantasy fan. But it makes it feel like every single time you're playing with them, it makes it feel like a special event. It makes it feel like you are cool. You're doing something cool. You're playing with a cool character. Like, this is important. He's doing important things. Why? Because his song when he's fighting enemies is fucking badass. And it's not the same as when you're fighting enemies as your party, which, I mean, the Final Fantasy VIII battle theme is okay. It's not bad, but it's more kind of slow. It's I wouldn't say it's plotting. It just keeps driving. But this one is so much faster that you feel like you're playing with a superior party and superior characters. And that's true. It's true. They're much better. I wish the game was about Laguna, but such a standout track in an already in a soundtrack that already stands out. I feel amazing when I listen to it. So the man with the machine gun from Final Fantasy VIII is my number one pick.
Welp, I feel like this says a lot about the series because mine is also from Final Fantasy for my number one.
Nice.
But I wanted to go with basically the best, in my very subjective, of course, opinion, battle theme amongst all of the like sort of standard battle themes that you've had across all of the Final Fantasy games, because they all generally have the same sort of like root, and each game kind of takes its own path with it. And so you have a lot of variations. As much as I'm not like the hugest fan of FF9, that one is pretty close for me. I actually really like that one. Also 6, but the one that I just love the most is Final Fantasy IV. That
really?
Yes. And I will tell you why, because there's a number of factors actually, but right off the get, I just fucking adore that bass line. It is so prominent. It's like it's right there in your face. And I love that because, and this might be something that is just for me from a lot of like residual angst about like the music that I like in general, but to keep the story short, in a lot of cases, a lot of like metal music, the bass gets lost in the mix, quite literally, a lot of the time. Metallica, for example, is a perfect representation of that, where fucking there's entire albums where you're pretty sure a bassist doesn't exist, which is a shame.
Yeah.
So it always kind of irks me because, you know, a good bassist a lot of times can elevate, you know, a song or an entire band's discography from being pretty good to incredible. And so that's also why I really love this version of it, is because it has this fantastic bass line just fucking front and center. And I think it's hard to describe because I'm not going to describe it in actual musical terms because I also am not that well versed in it, but it's the composition of it compared to all of the others that just really draws me to it. It's like the synthy sort of orchestral parts of it have this intense, but also this oddly like triumphant, I guess, sort of vibe to it. Like I think it's the choice of sort of like where they are as far as like, you know, the notes that they've chosen to sort of like arrange this piece is like, it evokes this like underlying sense of like I said, like triumph, or like even I go so far as to say maybe a little bit of hope in there, but it is still very much like hey, some shit is going down, but it's not like this like oppressive, like dark, like, you know, sort of like, oh, well, you know, you are now fighting for your life or whatever. It's more of like hey, you are the heroes, and like you are doing glorious righteous battle. And yeah, it feels good. Like, I don't know, like it's just very well put together, and I love it. So that's my number one pick out of all of the FF battle themes. I think FF4's for me is my personal favorite.
Is that the regular battle theme or the boss battle theme?
No, just the regular theme.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I am impressed. I'm impressed. I'm happy that made your list. Always happy to hear some more Final Fantasy IV love.
Yeah. Well, it is one of my favorites. Right. So,
and I look forward to talking about it next year when it turns 35.
Yeah. It's almost as old as we are.
Almost, huh?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at us.
Look at us being old, slowly degrading. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, so there you have it. Our top 5 JRPG battle themes. Oh, real quickly, I do want to say that the honorable mention that was almost my number 4 is the battle theme from Etrian Odyssey. There's a couple different like permutations of it.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Etrian Odyssey 4's snow, battle snow, or whatever it is. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yuzo Koshiro is a magician.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah. That's why I struggled to not have it on my list, but yeah. So there you go. Honorable mention, I guess.
Oh, it's not snow, it's Battle Storm in Etrian Odyssey 4. That's my honorable mention. Such a good fucking track.
There you go. Yeah. So so there you have it. And like we said, there are a lot of other ones, and you know, maybe we could revisit this one in a few years when I, you know, get some more of these under my belt, because I have a feeling if asked, Chris could probably crank out another 5. I don't think I could at all. So I need some more time to get some more of those in. But yeah, so anyway, you know, we hope you enjoyed this. You know, there are so many, and it's so subjective that I'm sure many of you have your own picks that we have not discussed here. So we would love to hear your thoughts on these. And the best way to do that is to join our Discord. It is open, public, and free to join. We have a fantastic community there. There's always something going on, lots of great conversations, and you can pop into our episode discussion channel and share your thoughts on what you think your favorite JRPG battle themes are. In addition to that, we also have a Patreon and a merch store. As Chris mentioned at the top of the episode, the Patreon does give you some additional benefits, of course. Some of those dependent on which tier you choose, but if you feel so compelled to do that, you will be richly rewarded for your donations. So please consider that if you feel so inclined. Probably by the time this episode comes out, I believe our new merch store should be live. So also check that out. We've got some revamped and very high quality merch now that I'm very happy about. It's also probably likely by the time this goes live that I've already spent a bunch of money to purchase our own shirts for myself because I want them. But yeah, so check that out too. And that and our Twitch and YouTube and socials and all the goodies, it's at the link tree. It's one place. It's real easy. So you can head on down to linktr.ee/retrohangover and tap upon the thing that tickles your fancy. And Chris, anything else
like Umaro
that you would like to let the people know about?
Yeah, as I promised, if you want to nominate and vote on these topics that we talk about for the flight, just head over to that link tree, become a patron for $1 a month. It's also in a Discord where the top 5 suggestions are, and you vote in the Patreon itself. So if that's something that interests you, yeah, head on over there. And yeah, watch our streams that we do poorly, which you can find at Sunday at 9 p.m. over on Twitch or YouTube. And we hope to see you there. We're still waiting on those bangable Final Fantasy characters for you to talk about. And if you already talked about them, talk about more of them. There's so many Final Fantasy characters you want to bang or want to listen to JRPG music while banging Final Fantasy characters. We're here for it. We're here for it. All opinions are on the table.
It's very thematic.
Just like I would be with several of these Final Fantasy characters. But that's all I have to say there, Shane.
All right. Well, in that case, until the next flight.
Play with I love your big, thick baseline joysticks.
It's chunky.